November 2011, Pine Hollow, a quiet and peaceful town in Alabama, was the kind of place where nothing ever seemed to happen. But in a single night, the town's serene atmosphere would become the epicenter of terror. Josh, a 16-year-old boy, spent most of his time engrossed in mobile games. When his parents left town for a business trip, Josh was left home alone. To him, it felt like an opportunity, a chance, to play on his phone for hours without interruptions. On Saturday night, Josh lay on his bed, engrossed in his favorite horror game on his phone. That evening, however, Pine Hollow experienced an unexpected event, a complete power outage. For a region known for its reliable infrastructure, the blackout was unusual. The entire house was plunged into darkness, with only the faint glow of Josh's phone screen lighting up his room. Shortly after midnight, Josh paused his game for a moment to strategize his next move. The screen illuminated his face, and the room behind him was shrouded in darkness. Just then, a notification appeared on his phone. Pulling his attention away from the game, he opened the message. It contained a photo. The image showed Josh lying on his bed, playing his game. But that was impossible. The door to his room was locked, and he was alone in the house. A chill ran down his spine as he stared at the picture. It was undoubtedly his room, and the person who took the photo had been standing right behind him. Josh's heart raced as he pulled off his headphones and listened intently. The house was silent and unsettling, oppressive silence. He glanced at the sender's number. It was unfamiliar. This has to be a prank, he tried to reassure himself. But the growing paranoia was relentless. "Who's there?" Josh called out, his voice echoing through the house. No answer. Panicking, he rushed to lock his bedroom door, clutching his phone tightly. He looked at the photo again, his hands trembling. Moments later, another message from the same number appeared. This time it read, "Can you find me?" Josh's breathing quickened. He had no idea who could be sending these messages or how they had taken the photos. Suddenly, he heard a faint noise from outside, a subtle but deliberate tapping. His pulse quickened, and deep down, he knew the house wasn't empty anymore. Turning on his phone's flashlight, he carefully scanned his room. Everything appeared to be in its place, but the suffocating unease wouldn't leave him. Mustering his courage, he stepped into the hallway, his phone's light guiding the way. His heart pounded as he crept toward the living room downstairs. All the doors and windows were locked, so how had someone taken that photo? Then came a loud thud from the kitchen. Josh froze in place. He realized he had two choices: run or confront the source of the noise. Holding his breath, he moved toward the kitchen, his flashlight cutting through the darkness. On the floor, he spotted a note. Picking it up with trembling hands, he read, "You don't need to find me. I'll find you." Josh bolted back to his room, slamming the door shut and locking it. His heart was racing, his mind in turmoil. He wanted to call the police, but his phone had no signal. Then something caught his eye movement on his phone screen. The game he had been playing was gone, replaced by a live feed of his bedroom. Josh stared at the screen, horrified, as a shadowy figure emerged behind him. But by the time he turned around, it was too late. That night, Josh vanished without a trace and was never seen again.